Hi fourth graders, it's Candy from the Auburn Hills Public Library, here to officially welcome you to your first ever Battle of the Books. While I wish so much that I could be with you all in person, I've gone ahead and prepared a video that I hope will explain everything you need to know about how Battle's going to go this year. So, sit back, get comfy, and we'll dive right in. First off, what the heck is Battle of the Books? Does it mean we do battle by throwing books at each other? No, it does not. The Battle of the Books is a reading competition. I give you a list of books to read, 4 for 4th grade and 6 for 5th grade. And we do battle by throwing what we know to see who can remember the most about the books that they've read. But don't worry, you're not in this alone, because the Battle of the Books is a team-based program. Teams can be as small as 2 readers, and as many as 4 readers can compete together. You work as a team by encouraging each other in your reading, quizzing each other on the books, and preparing to go up against the other teams participating. So now, let's talk a little bit more about what you can specifically expect from the 2021 Battle of the Books. We will have 6 different schools participating in Battle of the Books, and each school may send only one team on to the final battle in April. To qualify, registered readers will be invited to participate in a pre-battle Kahoot. If you're not already familiar with Kahoot, it is a game-based multiple-choice quiz that can be accessed from the internet. The quizzes can be played on smartphones, tablets, computers, basically anything with an internet connection. I'll be making a Kahoot quiz based on the books from your reading list. The team with the average highest score from each school will go on to the final battle. That's why this year, more than ever before, it is so important for each team member to read all the books on your reading list. Then in April, if things are a bit better and we are able to gather, we will make plans to hold the final battles at the Auburn Hills Community Center. But if not, we'll go ahead and have the battles virtually. All right, how you guys doing so far? Still with me? Okay, let's take a few minutes and dive deeper into each of the books that are on your grade's reading list. If I was to hold up a pen in front of you and ask you to tell me what it was, you would know to say it was a pen. But why? Who says that we should call that object a pen? Well, we call it a pen because we all agree that that thing that has ink and is used to write is called a pen. In fact, if you were to look the word up in the dictionary, that's exactly what you would find. But what if someone chose to call it by a different word? Nick Allen is a 5th grader at Lincoln Elementary, and every 5th grader has Mrs. Granger for language arts. She's not your warm and fuzzy kind of teacher. No, she is a no-nonsense kind of lady, and she takes words very seriously. In fact, her favorite book is the dictionary. One day, after a run-in with Mrs. Granger, Nick gets his big idea. What if, instead of calling a pen, he started calling it by a completely different word? Say the word Frindle. What would happen? It starts with Nick's friends, and before long, most of the 5th grade is using the word. How do you think Mrs. Granger feels about that? And then it spreads to the entire school. And before long, Nick and Mrs. Granger are at war over this word. To find out how this war of words ends, you need to read Frindle by Clements. Brother and sister Zena and Xander Holmes have recently moved from the United States to England. But as exciting as that would seem, the pair are not too happy about it. They think that living in London will be boring. Until one day, while walking down the street, a man presses a note into Zena's hand. It says, "Go to the dancing men and ask for a saucer of milk for your snake. Then all will be revealed." Pretty strange note, but even stranger, the ink disappears. Zena and Xander discover that they are actually related to the famous detective Sherlock Holmes. They inherit his casebook of unsolved mysteries, and suddenly life becomes much more exciting. The siblings set out to solve the cases their famous ancestor couldn't, starting with the mystery of a prized painting that vanished 100 years ago. Can two smart 21st century kids succeed where the celebrated Sherlock Holmes could not? To find out, read The Sherlock Files, The 100-Year-Old Secret by Tracy Barrett. 10-year-old Emmy lived happily with her parents in an apartment above their bookstore until an unexpected inheritance changed everything. Now Emmy's parents spend their time jet-setting around the world, leaving Emmy in the not-so-loving hands of her very strange nanny, Miss Barmy. Emmy is a good girl. At least she tries very hard to be good. She does her homework without being told. She eats all her vegetables, even the slimy ones, and she never talks back to Miss Barmy, although she'd like to. You see, Emmy doesn't really have anyone to talk to. The kids at school look right through her, and even her teacher forgets her name. Emmy tries so hard to be good, but no one notices her until one day the rat who lives in her classroom starts talking to her. And at first, he doesn't have very nice things to say. Rat warns Emmy that she's a big nothing and urges her to stand up for herself and try being bad. So Emmy frees the rat, triggering a landslide of fantastical events. Suddenly, classmate Joe Benson can see her. The rat follows her home, and it sends Emmy on a quest of self-confidence and her parents' love. But can she succeed while the ever-present Miss Barmy lurks in every corner? And can Miss Barmy's true nature be revealed before it's too late for Emmy and her parents? To find out, read Emmy and the Incredible Shrinking Rat by Lynn Janelle, because friends are found in the unlikeliest of places. For Bixby Alexander Tam, called Bat for short, life is not always easy living on the autism spectrum. His days tend to be full of surprises, some of them good, some not so good. Today, though, is a good surprise day. Bat's mom, a veterinarian, has brought home a baby skunk, which she needs to take care of until she can hand him over to a wild animal shelter. But the minute Bat meets that baby skunk, he knows they belong together. And he's got 1 month to show his mom that a baby skunk might just make a pretty terrific pet. To find out if he convinces her, you can read A Boy Called Bat by Ilana K. Arnold. Copies of these books are waiting for you at the Auburn Hills Public Library, as well as your school's media center. And all of these titles are also available digitally through the Libby or Hoopla apps. So, if you're interested in participating in the 2021 Battle of the Books, start getting your teams together now. Remember, you only need one other person to make a team. And signing up has never been easier. Simply go to our library's website at ahplibrary.org and look for the Battle of the Books logo. There you will find additional information about Battle of the Books, as well as a link to an online registration form that can be used for both 4th and 5th grade participants. It's a good idea to fill out your registration after you've already made your team and decided on a name. But if you'd like to participate and are having trouble finding a team, fill out the form anyway, and I will work with your school's media specialist to get you matched with a team. Once you're registered, you will be receiving emails with additional information as needed. So keep an eye out for emails with the subject 2021 AHPL Battle of the Books. Okay, friends, that's all I got for you for right now. If you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher or your school's media specialist, or you can check the library's website, ahplibrary.org. Should pop right up there on your screen. I want to thank you all so much for giving me your attention, and I hope to see you at the 2021 Battle of the Books. Oh good, you're still here. There's one more thing. If you haven't followed us on social media yet, you can follow the library on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at AHP Library. Or you can follow our special Tween Instagram account at AHPL Tween. Okay, that's really all I have for you. Bye-bye.